3 out of 4 gold 5.
That's fine. I'm not tripping. Most of the time it's pretty straightforward. Okay, we are we are in game. Let's see. Let me bring up. There it is. Oh, that's not the right size. Fix that. So picks and bans are going to come out. And first and foremost, I need to know who wants special attention so that we can keep an eye on you.
The only ban that surprises me so far is Aatrox. I don't think I've seen him banned ever, to be honest.
I saw him banned when Anthrax first came out, because he was super toxic and would kill everybody, and no one knew what he did. So, yeah, he got banned a lot. But, nope.
3 out of 5 bans are getting changed tomorrow. 4 out of 6, actually. First pick, Tristana.
Anthrax was a mistake. Apparently he said the F word. First, Tristana. So, we talk about Tristana a lot. By the way, you're a noob. You spelled "your" wrong. Just saying. That's okay, though. We talk about Tristana a lot and how to counterplay her. So, she's just she's another one of those in there.
She was popular in the LCS last week as well. Seems like she was playing in every other game. She actually drew a ban, I think, Monday. Surprising as well. I guess with the new AD changes really benefited her.
Alright, so Mystic Suburban. Mystic Suburban, that's awesome. Referring to you're a noob? So he possesses a noob? Well, I always thought that noob was a noun. And correct me if I'm wrong, Thal, you're the teacher, but the proper usage, the proper word for your would be you are a noob. So it would be you apostrophe R-E rather than you're the possessive.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to say you own a noob, it should be your noob. Like, yeah. That's your noob, or your problem, or your grammatical mistake. As opposed to you are a grammatical mistake. There's a lot of champions I haven't seen in a while. Shaco and Kennen. I was just thinking about Kennen today and how
I play a lot of
no
Kennen.
one. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you play him? Top or mid?
Top. He is my he's in my top 5. That's for sure. Maybe my 4th most played champion. So I'm not being serious. I'm just messing with you guys. Yeah. Kennen's really strong up top. There's not a whole lot of people that can well, first off, there's not a whole lot of people that can duel him aside from Ryze. Depending on how you play him, you can play against pretty much anybody in the top lane, even a Ryze. It's more difficult with a Ryze because he shuts down your ult.
He has the resourcelessness that a lot of people seem to favoring between the Aatrox, Renekton, Shyvana, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, Tristana's obviously going to be the AD carry here, so, and Ziggs, so there's that. All in all, I really like Blue Team's damage that they have coming out. They do have a lot of magic damage, which is, could be a problem, but all in all, not really. a problem. A lot of people say if you're AP heavy and you're stacked on one side that it usually can be an issue, but in solo queue and YOLO queue, it really isn't that big of an issue because honestly, who do you think is really going to buy Magic Resist? Okay, yeah, maybe the Viger is going to buy like a Chalice, but he really doesn't need it one since he has a built-in Chalice into his kit. So I don't really see him getting any Magic Resist unless it starts to get like painful for him. Shaco's an assassin, he's not going to. Ash isn't going to. Lulu may decide to. So, a lot of people say, oh, you're stacked on one side, it can be detrimental for the team, but that's not actually the case. So, there's a good chance that AP heavy is actually probably just going to work out perfectly fine, especially considering that part of both Evelyn, if she decides to go AP, and Kennan's core kit usually involves an Abyssal Scepter, so.
I kind of like the poke/disengage coming out on the purple side between the Ash Volley, the big gate. I was thinking about this more when Karma was being hovered, but I guess the Lulu slow and the alt, you can use the alt defensively to just knock up whoever dives you. Not that has a lot of dive.
I was saying Jag. I was saying that it's not gonna, like in the late game. It'll matter in the mid to late game, but the Ash isn't gonna rush in a Banshee's Veil, so it's not gonna. I don't really see the heavy AP mattering. That's what I was referring to.
No, I wasn't trying to argue that point. I agree with you there. I was just looking at purple side.
I'm talking to the chat.
Sorry.
I talk at the chat a lot too.
I forget the chat's there.
Sorry.
I'm new at this. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. I would advise having it up on the side if you can. I have two monitors, so I can have the chat and the stream to see if I'm losing any frames and all of that good stuff on one side, and then the actual game on the other side. But we are now in the delay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the plugs because this is kind of what we do, mostly for the YouTube channel, but also for you guys as well. For those of you who don't know what this is, you're kind of new to this whole Battle Arena or T-Force in general because you got pushed here by Riot or maybe Victorious Gaming, what have you. This is the Trinity Force Podcast Battle Arena. We do this every Tuesday at usually 7 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. For those of you on the West Coast, that is 4 o'clock to 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. And it's basically just bronze to gold, how to be better, whether it's mechanically, whether it's at a champion, map awareness, warding, etc. Anything. Any questions you have, anything we notice that you did possibly wrong or could have done better, we give it to you and that advice. And we put it up on YouTube for you guys to watch. And yeah, this is what we do all the time. So that's Battle Arena, and that's what this is. But the T-Force Podcast, in and of itself, is a network of 3 different podcasts. We have the T-Force Proper, which goes live on Mondays and Wednesdays here at this Twitch channel. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's here at T-Force Podcast. And they release the podcasts on on Stitcher and iTunes, what have you, on Wednesdays and Fridays. We have the LCS Rundown. That goes live on Sundays, also here on the T-Force Podcast Twitch channel, and that's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then something that doesn't go live, but the podcasts still go up once a week, is our Brothers from Down Under, Oz LOL, and you can find those over at www.trinityforcepodcast.com. In fact, you can find all of these podcasts at trinityforcepodcast.com. One other one that we have, it's a little newer, and it's not really for, experienced players or even players that have been playing for even just like a little bit. It's a new player podcast that's it's called The Journey to 30 that myself and Snagglewolf do. We initially began doing it only on Wednesdays, but we're going to move that to doing it on Mondays and Wednesdays, and that's going to be at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be right before T-Force proper. You can always join us at T-Force, the channel in-game. You can see it right here. That's the one I'm in. Look for news and anything about that if you want to talk to us. And yeah, that's the plugs. I would go over about everybody that's in there, but these plugs are getting longer and longer as it goes on. If you have any questions, feel free to email feedback at trinityforcepodcast.com. For Battle Arena specific questions, email battlearena at trinityforcepodcast.com. That's that.
Awesome.
5 seconds about to get in game. So, real quick, per tradition, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a New Belgium Fat Tire.
Yeah! I like it. I love Fat Tire. I love it.
I like Fat Tire too. My favorite from New Belgium is 1554. It's a black lager, which is just delicious. And I keep trying their other beers, hoping they're as good as that. So far, I'm disappointed, but I still actually quite like. I think that speaks to the quality of 1554 as opposed to the non-quality of their other beers. Fat Tire is probably one of my go-tos these days.
I hear you on that one. I'm a big Fat Tire fan, though. I love Fat Tire. I love Newcastle. Oh, those two right there, I just love. Shock Top.
What are you drinking?
I'm currently just drinking Dr. Pepper right now. I plan on making myself an old-fashioned once these casts get over and sit down, watch some Victorious Gaming, maybe play a couple ranked.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I like that Pool Party Zig skin. And not really because of Ziggs, but because of Riven in the background. She just looks so elegant. She's like, yeah.
It does look quite classy.
I was actually, I'm going to Fanime next year, and I actually thought about going as Debonair Jace, because I can pull off the 5 o'clock shadow really effectively, but I'm ending up going as Tibbers. Yep. My friend wants to go as Annie, so she was like, you should be Tibbers because you're tall. I was like, alright, I could be a lemon.
I went Tibbers. I would believe that. You're a big cuddly teddy bear.
Oh, thank you.
On fire.
I have a Smurf named Tibbers, but anyway, continue.
I went to MagFest at the National Harbor near DC last winter, and there was a really impressive Jinx running around there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are in game. I need to see if these overlays actually match up effectively. They do, that's nice. So I just recently, my roommate actually, my computer broke, and I had a laptop, and I started using his, he has several, a pause coming up, but that's okay. He has several computers, and he ended up letting me use one in particular. It was the server that we use to store videos and TV shows to stream within the apartment. He ended up letting me use that, but he needed, obviously I needed a monitor. So he gave me this really annoying 1680 by 1050 resolution monitor that has been screwing up my cast since like day one. And I finally just got a 1920 by 1080. So thank goodness this things are actually finally fitting where they're supposed to.
Those are pretty. I have a second monitor that I scavenged from somewhere. It works. It's better than not having a second monitor.
All right,
people are in game. People are buying.
So pretty standard buys. I see Flask coming out of Viger almost every single time, and it actually surprises me every single time. But I guess it shouldn't surprise me anymore because I keep seeing it. So I don't know. I have never been a big Flask mid-start. As someone that mained mid a lot, I never really liked it, but I can see the appeal. Allows you to sustain a lot longer.
And that's what Viger wants to do, really. He wants to sit in there and farm up that Q.
I agree. So, Shaco running Smite Ignite, that's just a forewarning to the blue team. That's pretty much a guarantee that he is wishing to invade. And you need to know and be aware of that, because a level 2 Shaco can easily kill pretty much any jungler if he gets the jump on them and he gets a fear down. So just as a heads up to anybody ever playing against a Shaco and he has Smite Ignite, just know that he is going to want to try and kill the jungler in their jungle at a buff, and you, either as a mid laner, depending on where he's going, need to be aware of that and collapse to help him out, because Shaco's really good at dueling in the early levels.
Both the mid laners are also running Ignite. I'm not sure that's great on Ziggs anymore, just because of the range of the bombs. You're generally harassing from such a distance that you're not in range to cast Ignite. I'm not as familiar with Veigar's ranges, so I don't know
Veigar,
how well it works.
Veigar, yes. I can see why you would want Ignite. The only issue is that when you get to the mid to late game, when you have your DFG and you have the AP to be able to pretty much insta-give somebody, Ignite becomes completely useless at that point. But it does have its appeal for like shutting down someone like, I don't know, a Tryndamere or an AD carry that's life stealing.
But you notice neither team has a whole lot of tank late game. They don't have the beefy front line from, say, a Shyvana, Renekton, Mundo, any sort of that thing. We have two pseudo assassins in the jungle. I guess Eve can get big depending on how she builds, but that's about it.
Yeah. A lot of poke coming down on this Tristana. Just trying to follow suit with their own version of it. But this is exactly what you want to do to a Tristana, is you want to poke her down early and then force her onto turret to where she has an issue of farming, because that's huge. And here we see Shaco. He's actually invading right now. He maybe thought that Evelynn had started blue or looking to try and catch her as she was coming down for a gank, but he's going to come into the mid lane, get a decent gank off, going to do some damage, but not really. In the bot lane, though,
Whoa.
almost goes down to the Lulu right there. That was close. But like I said, that's exactly what you want to do to a Tristana, is force her out and don't let her farm, because she suffers more than anyone else as an AD carry farming underneath the turret. And for you,
Shaco ganking top lane?
oh yeah. The thing is that good luck ganking a Kennen unless you have hard CC as a jungler. Like Shaco, unless Jace gets to the point where he can, like, he got a couple kills or a kill and some more farm on the Kennen to where he can pretty much like insta-give him to, I don't know, half health from full. Shaco's never going to be able to finish off that kill. Kennen's almost always going to be able to get away, because he has no hard CC aside from his fear, and actually landing a fear from a gank is very difficult. Although I haven't been watching the top lane all that often, so I don't know how well he's playing this. Looking at farm, he seems to be doing okay. I would actually really advise a Doran Shield in this situation instead of Cloth, but that's just me. I really like the regen. We do see Evelynn coming into the bot lane looking for a gank of some sort. Uh-oh.
Heal coming out.
Shaco
Heal coming
gets
out.
his kill.
I'll let this go.
Yeah, that's gonna be a dead Tristana. Oh my goodness, lives with like 10 health. Ooh, never mind.
Yeah, that's very bloody and very close to the bot lane. I should mention for Ashe, when you watch this later, if you're up against a Tristana, Tristana has a healing debuff built into her kit. So I know you want to hit that oh crap button in your heal, but you can hold off until some of that's worn off. You might get a little more out of it.
Ooh,
Mileage
good
may vary,
snare.
of course.
Very good snare. So that's going to actually be first blood onto the Shaco. That was very well played. That is exactly what Morgana did that perfectly right. She saw that Evelynn was getting dueled in her jungle, and she collapsed, and that's what you need to be aware of. So nice map awareness from the Morgana. Shaco, that was almost potentially a kill, so I gotta, give you a little bit of props, but you gotta be aware of the fact that you're so close to a lane that was bound to happen. So, if you're gonna duel someone in their jungle, do it away, like near a red buff or near wraiths where you have an easy escape if, the Ziggs is preoccupied with the Viger or what have you. That also being said, the red team definitely could have done something to keep the Morgana there, slowed her. You have two people with slows, so it goes both ways. Like, yeah, your jungler died, but you need to be aware that you could have done something to help that as well.
Like Ashe might be building toward a Blade of the Ruin King. She came back with 2 long swords and boots. Not sure what else that would build into. Most Ashes rush, Nai, Phantom Dancer.
A lot of people.
Great passive.
A lot of people have been building Yumumus on AD carries lately. So from a brutalizer, you can build those 2 longswords. Although I suppose that would be a decent start. Early lifesteal is just kind of really nice. So I would be slightly surprised if she did decide to go brutalizer early like that. although she is ahead, I'm a little surprised she's not rushing more, something that would be more quintessential to her kit. Like, I like Static Shiv on Ashe or Phantom Dancer, you know, one of the two. Maybe not as like a first buy after you get like your Vamp Scepter, but Ashe is a crit champion, so.
Oh yeah. Well, she went back with an awkward amount of gold. I could see her. She probably went back with like 1,000. I would probably either get Boots and a Doran's Blade or a pickaxe. I mean, a pickaxe isn't the power spike you get from a BF sword, but it still puts you on the path to. Oh wow!
Goodness.
How much? 25. 25 health.
This Tristana's getting so lucky with, and I am actually gonna say, like, she's getting so lucky with some of these. Like, that could have been one minion that decided to attack her, or, you know, she gained aggro from it, or, you know, Ashe could have, you know, got that. I don't even know if she has crit chance on her, but, you know, that crit or something. Oh, I'm not saying static as a first item. Definitely not. But after you get a little bit of damage to back it up, maybe a Vamp Scepter, you know, a Cutlass, because I am a huge fan of Blade of the Rune King right now on pretty much every AD carry. So, I'm not promoting a Static Shiv as first item. You're not Yasuo. But definitely, I like it. Maybe second, third item. Do see one of the few junglers I can get away with doing Dragon by himself is Shaco, Fiddle being another one. Udyr comes to mind at level 6. They're just gonna pick this up nice and easily. So that was really good. Good job, red team. Actually coming back into the lead here.
There was actually, I think, Complexity ran Tristana on Saturday in the LCS, and they had their Tristana first build a Static Shiv, because the proc couples with the E to just melt waves and kind of for farming into her traditionally weak mid game.
That's good. I like that, actually. That's an interesting buy. It may actually help her farm under turret if she gets pushed into it. So that's an interesting buy.
Yeah.
I should try that sometime.
Purple's team did have a pink ward down to defend against the Evelynn, but she came by and crushed it. So I guess it paid for itself. Saved himself from the game.
Oh,
Ooh, aggressive flash.
Way
Oh.
too aggressive of a flash. Tristana doing a decent. Oh, never mind. I was
There
gonna
we
say,
go.
doing a decent job kiting, but she got a little out of position right there. Is Morgana going to be able to pick up this kill? She will. And Shaco's actually going to go down to the Morgana as well. Oh, that was just kind of very poorly played. Nice job from the blue team
Oh.
to pick up those kills.
That's Mystic Suburban on the ground, wanted special attention. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good job. You know, a lot of times as a support, you may, like, the AD carry may get mad at you for, like, maybe not defending himself. And that point, I'm pretty sure that your Tristana was backing you up saying, hey, nice job right there. I knew I was gone. I misplayed it or something like that. You played that really, really well. So very good job. You saw the flash in aggressively, so you followed suit with a nice ult. That's exactly what you want to do as a Morgana.
I would normally suggest Morgana first built the Sightstone off of the Spell Thief's Edge before upgrading it to the Frostfang. I think on most supports where you build that item, you want to upgrade it
Yeah.
as soon as possible and survive off other wards, but I think the extra health actually paid off for her on that particular fight.
I think I agree, and that might be why she did that as well. I gotta see what this guy's maxing, this Kennen. Alright, so he maxed his Q. Kennen, and a word of advice for a champion like Jace, who can either choose to be, you know, go in and melee a lot, or, you know, be ranged and farm that way, you need to be aware. Ooh, that catch. Nice sight right there, Jace. You need to be aware of the fact that it's going to be very difficult for you to land your Q on him. So try maxing W against a champion that can stay safe like that. Like, Jace can be very, very safe whenever he wants to. So maxing W allows you to get that passive. Oh, that's going to be a dead Evelynn. Yep, there she goes.
Yeah.
So allowing you to get that W gives you bonus damage on that 4th auto attack, And, oh, nice. Oh, who's gonna get the kill?
Oh!
That was interesting. If he hadn't walked over it, Viger would have lived. But anyway.
Yeah, but it's hard to have the mental discipline to just stop.
Yeah. Because you have no idea.
Especially when you're in their jungle.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
almost dead.
Yeah, so that just took a little bit of map awareness and might have helped him out. But anyway, back to Kennen. Maxing your W against a champion like Jace, or someone that can like farm easily from a distance and can play really, defensively but still do well. I suggest maxing W because it helps with bonus damage. Oh, nice flash! Helps with bonus damage on your 4th auto attack, and when you pop your W to do damage to everyone that has the marks, it allows you to do more damage on that one as well. That's really nice. At this point, Mystic Sunburn, you gotta be aware of... Oh, okay, you see Evelynn coming down. Alright, that's good. They have a lot of pokes, so you gotta be really careful. Good engage coming out, but no one actually backing up the Evelynn. Let's check Viger stacks.
I think perhaps Trish needs to communicate more. Like in the previous fight, she was off farming golems. I think she was trying to heal up or just farm something a little away from all the poke that she's getting. I don't think Morg quite got the memo and took a lot of damage. So that's fine to do, but you should try to paying off your support and communicate so you're on the same page.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what Ashe is building. Nyart probably gonna go into, I would assume, a Blade of the Ruin King, and the pickaxe was just bonus damage, but I really have no idea. Ashe, when you rewatch this, the whole mind game is really awesome because they have no idea what you're going to build, and that's kind of really cool. But at the same time, usually finishing some key component of an item and then building the next part is usually better rather than building kind of the basic.
He has nearly 2,000 gold invested in all those items.
And that could have been half of a Bork. Nice turn.
It would have certainly been a cutlass and a...
Oh!
Oh, with the snipe. Yeah, a cutlass is a 1400, I believe, and then another dagger. It would bring you up to 1850.
Yeah.
Evelynn coming top to support her Kennen.
Kennen in a bit of a pickle, but he'll probably be okay. Kennen, just be aware, wait for cooldowns, especially your E, before you go back in. Okay, good job.
Ooh, he was on the right side of that acceleration
that
gate.
was...
He did that on purpose. And mid, Veigar is blowing up Ziggs.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, when you play Kennen, your E gives you bonus resistances. So going in that low, seems seems dangerous, but he's actually a lot tankier than people give him credit for when he pops that lightning rush. And I like the
Looks
build.
like Ashe... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying I like Kennen's build right now. That's good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It seems smart up against a champion like Jace. Zhonya's is such an essential item on him. If you're such a squishy champion whose ult needs you to be in the middle of the fight. They have a number of champions. If Kennen and Morgana go in at the same time, that's a whole lot of pain.
Followed with a good Ziggs ult.
But Purple Team picking up the second dragon, if they must have the timer, good for them.
So Jack, she may have had I don't know why she bought 2 longswords. She may have wanted to get the Vamp Scepter, but didn't have the extra, I don't know, what is it, 40 gold to get it, so she just bought the other longsword. That's my best guess.
You know, she got boots at the same time.
Oh, well then, maybe she doesn't know that you can resell. I don't know why she didn't.
Maybe she's undervaluing new Doran's Blade, because if she wanted lifesteal, a second Doran's Blade does wonders. That
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
That was a really good siege. A nice kill on the Viger from the Evelyn. Considering she was pretty much alone in that entire thing. Oh, good fear. But even better flash. Here comes Kennen. Does he have his ult? He does have his ult. Looking to try and pick up something here. Oh, never mind. Oh, that.
Oh.
ult.
Morgana is split pushing bottom. She should have recalled a while ago.
Yeah,
she
she should be.
can't push the tower down. She doesn't have that sort of kit. And her CC and Black Shield in particular would have been really useful in that extended engagement.
Yeah, definitely. Morgana, you need to be aware of what you bring to the team, especially in the team fight. You split pushing right now is actually really detrimental for the team. If you could pick up this kill, that'd be awesome,
Red
but
team's turret has been
I
destroyed.
don't see that actually happening. Ash would need to screw up. Thankfully, your team outmaneuvered and outplayed the red team at that point, but that was you definitely should have been with the team at that particular moment. So, and just being aware, like, if someone is doing exceptionally well on your team, like, your Evelyn is doing really well, and your Tristana is not doing poorly, but she definitely could be doing better. Viger, you did not need to ignite right there. We talk about wasting summoners quite frequently on this. Your Q was up in like a second. All you had to do was wait for your Q to be up, and you would have, one, gotten bonus AP, and two, not wasted a summoner. So, you need to be aware of that. Like, really aware of that. I want this Ashe to finish something. Like, I know she's going... My best assumption is she's going to go Cutlass into IE, but I just...
I think she's going to finish IE first. She's got 1,300 gold in her pocket. She needs another 50 or so to finish it off. And if Jace gets this turret, that'll do it. She'll probably go back and finish it off. Like we've mentioned before, the double longsword boots first buy, I think, was... It delayed you and didn't give you enough to make that worthwhile.
Yeah, not nearly enough. I'm really liking the map wards coming down from the red team. It's really good. So they're doing a fantastic job making sure that they know where people are. Just looking at the map.
There have been a number of pink wards placed and then killed throughout, which I think pink wards are underutilized by at least people in my division. I'm working my way up
Yeah, I agree.
through silver right now. I went from silver 3 to silver 1 in the last 2 weeks, which
Nice, very nice.
yay me. But still, no one uses pink wards. Although they do often put them in the death bush, like red side has right now, purple side.
A few really good places for wards. That pink is an amazing spot. Another really good pink for both teams is right here in that bush, and then another good spot is right there in that bush. Alternatively, there in that bush.
I can't see where you're pinging, but I'll take your word for it.
Alright, I will.
Evelyn getting caught in her own jungle by Lulu and slows for days. Kennen coming in a little late. Jace pressuring top. He'll probably take that turret. Oh, the Zigzalt almost picks them up.
Yeah, Viger stacks. He's at 90. I feel like he should be higher than that.
Destroyed.
I don't remember what the stack is. I think it's 2 AP per minion kill, and 4 for a champion or a big minion kill, if I remember correctly.
1 per
Is it
and
1?
5 for a champion, no matter
Yeah, it's 1. Okay.
what. So he got, what, 15 from his 3 kills plus, so 75
Oh, that's a
out of his...
He didn't kill champions with his Q.
It says any source of damage.
Oh, really?
Yep. The passive for champion kills.
What the hell? Oh, okay. 5 ability. Okay. Alright then. I don't remember that. I'm still thinking
I
about
think it's a
Bullfighter.
change recently, like in the last 6 months.
Alright, well I haven't played Viger since an ARAM like 8 months ago, 9 months ago. Alright, so on minions it needs the Q, and on champions it can be anything. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But he did finish his DFG, and he's, assuming, building towards a death cap, so that's gonna be huge. He can, I think,
Absolutely.
pretty much blow up Morgana or Ziggs pretty much instantly. Probably not Kennen, because he's working towards this as Abyssal. So,
Probably Tristana too, if she doesn't leap out quick enough.
maybe, yeah. Yeah. But,
Even through the Black Shield.
yeah. His ultimate gives him bonus damage on people that have ability power. If you kill a champion, you gain 7. That is interesting. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, you were in the wrong place. Evelyn, that was just
Evelyn.
silly.
Your team needed to be there with you in order for that to work.
Potentially a good flash, but Morgana, you needed to know that their entire team was there, so flashing probably not the best idea, simply because they're going to get you pretty much no matter what. Like, it was hard to get away from that.
The two are down on the blue side, but unfortunately all purple team's lanes are pushed. Make it a little more difficult to capitalize. They got the dragon, which is great. Oh, and Vhagar.
You did not. Oh.
So close.
Oh,
Oh, flash
he
for the
missed
Q.
it anyway.
Lulu in there with the save. Evelyn chasing down Lulu. She's going to pay for that with her life.
Oh, that flash for that kill was needless. Cannon. A lot of pings going down on the bot lane, but currently, with the threats in the mid lane, sending one down there was probably best. Morgana has the clear to be able to deal with it if she's not maxing W, which is good. You're doing the right thing, not maxing W. But that being said, she can usually deal with a wave clear on her own.
And it seems like everyone's backing off, so we can talk about builds, but I think that's going to be a lot less interesting than last game, where there was plenty to talk about. Everything seems pretty on point. This-
The one thing I do like to know, and I like a lot, is Evelyn's Boots of Swiftness. I really like that.
Oh, with all of the slows on purple team, yeah. Between Ashe and Lulu.
And Shaco, and I do believe that Jace has a little bit of a slow when he knocks back. So there's a lot of slows on on the purple team right now.
Yeah, like I was saying in Champ Select, they did seem to have a lot of slow and kite and disengage and Shaco.
And then Shaco. So I like the Boots of Swiftness. Pretty standard stuff coming out from everybody else. Tier 2 boots not being built on the Ziggs yet. I would assume that he's going to be coming up with that hopefully soon. Because Magic Pen is one of those things that is nice because everyone has inherent magic, or magic resist. So early, the Magic Pen from Sork Treads, help with that. And runes.
Yeah, especially since, as you pointed out during the pregame, the blue side is AP heavy, although no one's been itemizing for that damage yet. Also, as you said.
Yeah, which
So-
I knew. I assumed that was going to happen. And if they don't deal with it soon, it's going to become a significant problem because Kennen's team fight now is insane. He has the Abyssal, coupled with a really good Morgana ult. They're not going to live long enough to be able to blow up anyone. All they need is one good binding and a misplay from Red on an engage, and two of them will be dead instantly. And the Mikhail's coming down on Morgana. I really like Morgana's build right now. I like Merc Treads on her a little bit.
Oh,
more.
Vagar with
Oh,
a catch. Wow. The power of Vagar.
The power of that Event Horizon.
Evelyn with the flank. Although she opened up on Lulu.
I just blew up 2 people back to back. Jeez. Jeez. That's the power of DFG Q. Oh man. That was insane.
DFG Q with Death Cap.
You're attacking the wrong one. That's a dead. So close, Kennen. Get the Q.
Oh. And the purple team split up blue team and managed to take down both inner turrets in the middle and bot lane.
Yeah, that was really good. The red team's really playing this really well. They're not.
Wow.
Teams engaged. Nice flash.
That was an excellent flash, I thought. I'm not sure he's going to get out of this.
No, I don't think so either.
But he might kite them long enough for their...
Oh!
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 Ignite!
He may die? Yeah, she's gonna die.
Yes!
That was good. Well played. Well
Flying
played.
Raptor Jesus. Well done, sir.
Very well played. Alright, so... what do you think about the Bloodthirster on the Jace? I'm not a big fan of it, personally.
I'm not sure what Jace builds these days. He gets a lot out of the flat AD. After the Brutalizer Manamune, do you go straight Last Whisper, or do you want something beefier like that Bloodthirster? I mean, on this... versus this team, instead of the Bloodthirster, if you want a BF Sword item, the Mercurial Scimitar might not be a bad. With all of the... if you got caught in a binding, it's a get out of jail free card, or if Kennen ults your face.
I feel like he underestimates he has with his combo. I think he should have gone Last Whisper simply because there's a lot of armor on the blue team right now. But
There
we'll
is.
talk about that after. This is one of those engages where oh
Ooh.
my goodness.
Morgana goes in. Tristana gets Vagar on the top side.
Oh, Lulu gonna get out of this one. Redstone not gonna be enough. Meanwhile, in the top lane, doing his thing. Shaco just killing turrets because, you know, that's what he does.
That was the kind of engage that blue side wants. Red side is very much the... I keep going back to the disengage, pokey style comp, except when Vagar catches someone and blows them to pieces. But like in that narrow pit, when they're engaged in the dragon, they can't really disengage as easily, and they got split. Vagar died up on the top side, 1v1 versus Tristana. Jace went down, and blue team together their crowd control and their ultimates enough to get the job done. They didn't hard stack him, the Ken and Morgana, but they chained him at least. What do you think about that?
About what?
Just how blue team ran that fight and took that dragon.
That was exactly what they wanted. That was perfect. Like, they didn't give Viger, unfortunately, and Viger's pretty big right now, so that would have been ideal, but they still picked up 3 kills. Wait, did they get Viger?
They did get Vigar. They got
they
Ash,
did.
Jason, Vigar. They got
Never
all their
mind.
damage.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was exactly what they wanted. I was like, wait a minute, I remember him dying. Yeah. So everything about that was exactly what they wanted. That's the kind of fights that they want. They want Viger to commit to somebody by blowing up his combo, which takes a few seconds to actually get off. And once he does get it off, it puts him in a bad position. So yeah, Ziggs died, but they picked up 3 kills for it and a dragon. So they need to do more of that. And unfortunately, the timer for dragon isn't short enough to where they can set themselves up for that sort of thing. But one way they could do it is exactly like this.
Catching Vigar.
Yeah, you get a catch. And they just blew up the one thing that can literally stop one person altogether. Like no one on their team can burst someone down hard like this, like Viger can. So this is.
He's up to 149 ability power bonus for those keeping score at home.
Almost a good catch on that Lulu. Got to be careful of the poke that they have though. When you siege.
There's lots of wave clear on both sides of this team.
Yeah, there's almost too much. It makes sieging hard. This is gonna probably end up being a longer game.
The ward that purple team did clear out right in the mid lane, I've been doing that and I've found it very useful. Just throw it on a ward to give vision where towers used to be.
Yeah, it is.
You probably see that in yours game, but for us lower tier denizens, that's a great spot when you've lost a tower.
I'm gold. I'm not that much higher than you.
Well, I'm speaking for the people I'm working my way up with.
I see.
And this is basically how you listen to the podcast, you do what they say. It's like, wait, gold wins fights, vision wins games, or information wins games.
I hope.
Oh, Cannon going ham. Cannon getting caught.
Very much so.
Wow. Cannon with the escape.
I don't even understand how he lived through that. That was ridiculous. I think. Well, Evelyn saved him. I think.
Yeah. It may have cost his team a turret. Like if he could have died and blue team could have abandoned him, I think that would have been just as good.
Mate, we'll see what comes out of this. Although that does look like a turret for the top lane, so yeah, easy pickup there.
If not the top, then the mid, because they are shoving both at the same time.
Oh wow, that turret lives with 80 health.
90 now.
Alright,
That
so-
turret does regen.
Just a rule of thumb, don't all send your people into one place if you see them pushing multiple lanes. Have the Tristana and the Morgana go one lane, or the Tristana go by herself in like a top lane where it's safer, and then have the other two take mid lane. Like, that's the best way to defend, so where they can't siege both turrets at the same time. The ward coverage on the red team is just astounding though. Blue team can't go anywhere without the red team knowing.
Except for Evelyn, but
Yeah, well, I mean...
Evelyn will do what Evelyn does.
Oh, gone. Deleted. Thanks for playing. And I like that he didn't use his DFG there. That was smart. So right now, red team, is pushing in. They're doing a fantastic job doing it. It's difficult to say what exactly the blue team can do because the one person that they don't want to be a monster is a monster, and that's Viger. Nice juke right there, Shaco. But one way you can stop that is you bait him out into a position that is detrimental to him by either just full on hard engaging something and getting him to try and blow someone up, or you see what lane he has like an affinity towards and it looks like it's the mid lane, and then having a couple people like shove out the bot lane and try and set something up in the jungle. To do that, you need to clear out wards. So I see 3 sweepers on the blue team. You need to be using those in high prio push locations, like the one that you're like face checking against a Jace right now against.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Push Shaco? Getting away with the... Oh, no.
Nice kill.
Mega Inferno Bomb does hit clones, too. If I could go back to items for a moment. Well, no, Vagar might be blowing someone up.
Ah!
Oh!
Shut down.
Lulu trying to save Vagar.
Oh, but Kennen in the background, he's gonna mop up everybody. Land the Q, land the Q, land the Q. Nice. That should be a kill. Uh-oh.
Lifesteal OP.
The wrong person?
Oh! With the binding!
Suburban. Nice binding, buddy. That was saved your Kennen.
I think there, Vagar aggressively flashed in again, and his team piled in, and that didn't work out for them.
No, it didn't, and that's what they needed to do. Because Viger's being incredibly aggressive, and needed a play on that. So, bot was pushing, which meant that they could easily go mid. They caught the Shaco, and ended up killing him. Although there was one point where his jib hit 2 people, and I was like astounded that it hit Kennen because he was nowhere near the jib. So I was like, how in the world did that happen? But anyway, they caught Shaco, which meant that no one was going to be at their backs blowing him up. So they had free reign to just screw over the Viger, who got way too aggressive. And Viger needs to be aware of how it
What I wanted to say before that fight, was looking at Lulu's items. Like, Purple Team is trying to catch people, and Lulu built the Twin Shadows. That has 80 ability power? That is way stronger than I thought.
They buffed it recently.
Yeah, but it's great for A, finding people, like Evelyn, in the jungle where your wards are covering, and B, slowing them long enough for the rest of your team to just melt them. Also, she has the Aegis, which provides magic resistance to everyone, which is great against an AP-heavy team like we're facing.
Yeah. So, and that's actually a really good buy. Utilize that and start like keeping the group up.
And a pause coming up.
Yeah, interesting about the pause. I don't really know what for. It doesn't look like anyone's AFK.
Lulu says they cannot click. While we had the pause, right before that happened, Morgana was farming wolves. If I want to dissuade you from one thing, don't farm the jungle as a support. I don't think you have the AP or the AD to do it.
Yeah.
And your time is better spent clearing out wards or placing wards,
Yeah.
or just sitting next to a wave while someone else crushes it for the experience.
So, okay, red team, you're baiting a Baron, but I don't like it because your jungler is bot lane, and he's about to take a turret. I guess it was good, because they may end up getting this turret, or not. And she's on the right one. Oh, what a waste of a Mega Inferno bomb. I blame you, Zig. That was a bad ult. I don't know why you ulted when you saw Tristana going bot 2, and it put you in a bad
Second
spot.
inhibitor turret lowered to less than 100 health. The top one is already.
I don't know, Morgana, where the range is a lot longer and you just need a couple seconds. Like, you gotta be making sure you proc your W and everything. I don't like this Baron call. They're gonna get it, but at what cost? Who's gonna die? No one? Oh.
No one.
Alright, well, they get it.
Well, Jace is still going deep. Oh, and going the wrong direction.
Wow, that's impressive to say the least. I honestly thought Jace and Viger could have mopped the floor right there. Yeah, Viger was low, but he could easily have blown up somebody. Like that Evelyn that was really low. Or even Stole with a good W. Nice. Viger puts
Yeah.
yeah.
You should run away. Their purple team is split. I don't think I can engage in the jungle like that right now.
Yeah, Jack, I kind of agree. So, good sieging right, or good put, oh wow. Okay.
Wow.
Insta from full to, jeez.
Those keeping score at home, Vhagar has 907 ability power.
Bonus from his
No,
Q.
total. He's got 180 bonus. Total is 908. Ghost coming out, gonna catch Ziggs. Oh, and the arrow. Will they follow up?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yep. And they almost pay for it.
Uh-oh, though. Oh, good hit. She's gonna pick up the kill.
Rampage.
Yes. And now Ashe is completely out of position. She's gonna die.
Double kill.
But bot is pushing pretty hard. Shaco doing a good job keeping pressure on that, although he's not in a good spot right now. That fear, though, too strong.
Problem with a 40-minute game and a champion like Shaco.
Yeah, Viger's playing ham and going hard, but at that point he could have easily stopped that Baron take. Blue team's really coming back from all this. You know, they're down at a gold disadvantage, but they're still doing
Red
a really
team
good
has
job.
slain the dragon.
Well, the gold deficit is largely from they're down 3 towers, and they've lost, I want to say 4 or 5 dragons?
Yeah, there's also a very substantial CS differential between Jace and Kennen and Shaco and Evelyn. So that's you got to take that into account as well.
Shaco is up by 2,000 gold, and yet can't 1v1 the Evelyn.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's that Bork Randuin's that helps so much, and she just picked up Banshees. Also, Shaco's building for like a team fight between the Static Shiv and the Bork. That I'm kind of surprised that he's split pushing a lot. Oh my goodness. He just stole blue.
And they both
That's,
pause to talk about it.
He has only 20 cooldown reduction from that DFG. Or is that 10? I think
10.
it's 10. Yeah, 10. So he's probably sitting around like 13, 14 cooldown reduction. That blue, he kind of needs that. They're pinging back. Shaco has not been with the team this entire time at all, and I feel like in an all-out battle, depending on if they can catch somebody and then force a 4v5 after Viger blows someone up, they can win a team fight. Because Jace hurts, and Ashe kind of hurts, although not as much. What
Poor
is
item
that
Ashe.
Twin Shadows doing? Did you see that Twin Shadows? I was like, I want to hit Tristana, but never mind, I don't want to hit Tristana.
I know they have a max range,
And then
and
they just backed off. Yeah, that was
yeah, they go back to the caster if they don't encounter anyone, but I am surprised they did not encounter anyone. Oh,
Banshee
trying to find the
procs Banshees right there.
that poke.
They're looking for a catch on somebody. Although top is pushing, they need to deal with that. So at this point, blue, a good idea is to find and engage and then kill someone while top is pushing. Hopefully try and find like the Viger if you can, but if you can't, then find the Ashe. Which Ashe is now completely out of position. This could be bad for her. She's gonna get locked down, but she's gonna pop Merc. Shaco in the back though, dominating that. Just got deleted, that Ziggs. Although Cannon gonna get the Viger, not gonna get the Viger.
Oh.
But, and Jace barely gonna live as well. Nope, that's, yeah, that was
Red team double
bad.
kill.
Can he, yeah, and
Donna.
the reset gonna pick up, no, with the wrong
Wrong
way!
way!
Wrong way! Get him!
Oh!
Get him! Get him!
The
Nope.
Vagar stun.
Yeah,
The Vagar stun saved Jace there.
uh-huh,
Gonna go in to finish off that inhibitor, which was at, again, 100 health.
yeah, that's easy. They're gonna pick that up. They have all the time in the world to push this.
Blue team's inhibitor
30
has been
seconds,
destroyed.
20 seconds on. You guys, press tab. Like, press tab and look at what you can do. You could easily push mid. You do. Oh, I guess top's pushing.
Yeah.
Just one of you needs to go up though. Like, the W clear on Viger could easily clear out most of that.
At this point, yeah, Jace should rotate mid. He's hanging out in the bush for some reason. You rotate mid, because there's not a whole lot to get bot. You're not going to get the Nexus turrets.
Yes, it's on CD, Jack. Winions almost take that turret, by the way. Bring it down over half.
Jace is still camping bot.
Why is he bot? Jace, you cannot fight someone by yourself. Like, you're strong, but the only thing I think you could take one-on-one is the... Oh, prove me wrong.
Rampage.
Wow.
No
Full
Zonias.
comboed.
No Zonias from the cannon. I don't know why you didn't do that.
Panic.
I suppose. This is gonna
Purple
be...
team starting up the Baron without Jace. Jace does not have teleport like Kevin.
That's okay. They have
Doesn't need him.
They can kill shit so fast. Oh, damn.
Oh!
That's game.
Vagar with the catch. That is game.
Yeah, that's...
Morgana with a great 3-man ult and Zhonya's, but when your team's not there to follow up,
But
you do not have the
bad.
damage.
It's okay. Morgana, that was bad. Like, you shouldn't have gone in there, but at the same time, you didn't...
that was really good.
Yeah, like, you didn't have...
Expertly played. Horrible timing.
Like, yeah.
Like, if you'd done it here under your turret, that would have been amazing.
Alright, kill the turret. They could easily...
Raiden tower aggro. Good job. Yeah, they can. They have the wave coming in bottom.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
They might just trade tank.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
There's the Zhonya's.
Not gonna be able to do much, though. Finish it up, guys. 10 seconds on Ziggs, although he can't really do much. That's game.
Blue team's
GG.
turret has been destroyed.
GG.
Well played, guys. Alright, so that's your second game of Battle Arena. Coming at you guys. We will do... One sec, sorry. Let me swap over to Battle Arena. Do a Q&A.